we'll start lying down, and I hope everyone's as tired as I am so that we can take it all slowly. Right, here we go. Right. Oh, goodness. So welcome to Monday morning YMCA PJ Yoga. Take a little lie down first of all and just relax. We're going to bookend this with, Shavasana, mini Shavasana, but the start Shavasana is going to be a lot shorter than the end Shavasana. But just take it for a moment and let yourself settle and sink into the ground. Don't sigh anything away. So you can take an inhale through the nose, and then a long exhale, sigh through the mouth. And a couple more. And then just return, when you're ready, return your breathing to a natural pace. So just kind of observe it, so it's coming in quite long through the nose. And then again long again through the nose. Just notice what your hands are doing. Palms facing the ceiling. Notice the curl of your fingers. It should just be effortless and naturally curling upwards. And your toes are falling out. Just check what's going on with the shoulders. If you give them a little wiggle, does that kind of relax them a bit more? Give them more space to release. And notice as your body just wants to take another really deep breath at that point. So yeah, let it take that. And exhale anything away. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the feet together. Reach the arms overhead. Give ourselves a long stretch, and then bring both arms up and over, open the eyes, or keep them closed actually, and then interlace the fingers and place them over the right shin. Then gently press that knee towards the right armpit as you extend the left leg away, still flexing the left foot, toes are pointed to the ceiling. And gently pressing the knee towards the armpit. There might be a little pinch in the hip crease. And now release the left hand and just draw that right knee out to the side. It might be not go out very far at all. It's okay. Just see where you are today at this time of the morning, this time of the week. Okay, now bring that right knee back up. Swap hands, so take your left hand down the outside of the right knee, release the right hand to the mat and draw that right knee across the body over to the left. You might just go hang in the air there a little bit. You can put a gentle pressure on it with your left hand. And then breathe deeply. So well done for being here this morning. You made it to your mat. If you do nothing else, that's an achievement. And then come back. And one more little, interlace the fingers and pulling the knee in. And then take a half happy baby. So take hold of the outside of your foot and then lift that foot. So it's like it's standing on the ceiling and the knee is bent and it's still kind of aiming to get a bit closer to the armpit. And now, if it's kind of just hanging there, that's okay. But we're just for a moment, we're going to give it a bit of extra welly. So you're going to push the foot into your hand and you're going to pull the hand. So there's nothing will look different on the outside, but you're pushing into your hand and your hand is resisting, pulling back. And then just relax it. Draw that right foot across the body. Take hold of it with your left hand, and your right hand might just hold the right knee. And then gently draw that foot back and forth to move into that right hip. So it's a little bit like rocking a baby. Just a little bit. Not very like rocking a baby too. Okay. Couple more little back and forth there. And now let's hold that right leg still. Bring the left knee behind the right ankle. Flex both feet. And then take the hold behind the left thigh with your interlaced fingers. Release the head back down. If you lifted your head to keep your hands behind your thigh. And gently with your left knee, you're pushing your right ankle towards you, and your right knee, you're pushing away. Breathe in there. And now take an inhale and lift the head up towards that knee-ankle combination. And then release it back down. Release your hands from behind your left thigh. Let your left foot come to the floor so that the left knee is pointed to the ceiling, and let your right leg extend. Again, take hold behind the right thigh and gently draw that leg in a little bit closer. Try to keep it straight-ish. And if you want to take hold of that foot a bit higher up at any point, if that's something you want to do, go ahead. And now take an inhale and lift the head towards the right knee. Yeah, try to get the shoulders off the ground. And then release it all back down. Couple more little things here. So this is if you do have a strap, this is where it'll be handy, but again, don't worry if you don't. You can take hold of your right foot, just bring it out to the side. And if you can't quite get there, bend the leg so that you can get hold of it. And then bring it out to the side. Feel that opening happening. Just feel where you're feeling it. Notice it. Breathe into it. Just as you're a little bit stiff at this time of the morning. And if you want to, you can also extend the left leg away. Right, one more thing here. We're going to draw the straight leg straight up. Change hands. So it's your left hand on the blade edge of your right foot. And you're drawing that straight across the body. Oh, that's a really good stretch. Okay, let's say, wow, let it go. Take that back up. And just let it float back down. All right, bring the left knee into the chest, interlace the fingers, press the left knee towards your left armpit, and extend the right leg away, right toes pointing up. And again, you're kind of just putting enough pressure on that shin to get a pinch into your hip, the hip crease. And breathe into it. So long breaths if you can, helps develop flexibility a bit quicker. Okay, and release your right arm to the ground, and with your left hand, draw that knee open. And then bring it back to centre. Lift that foot, take a half happy baby. So finding the sole of the foot again, probably holding the blade edge, and taking that foot up. So extending the right leg away. Options, if this isn't quite accessible, options are to curl your arm around your knee, curl your elbow around your knee. Hold that a moment. Okay, and now this is our little, just activate it a little bit. So for a moment, press the foot hard into the hand and pull back. Okay, and relax it. Draw the left foot across the body, take it to the right hand. Just holding the left knee with the left hand and then drawing back and forth. Again. Very gentle, mindful, seeing where you are today, what your body feels good about doing today. And remember, if it ever doesn't want to do anything, just don't make it. Any pain, stop. Okay. Actually, sure. A couple more. Drawing back and forth. Righty-ho, now let's take on the next bit. So, holding that leg still down, draw the right ankle behind the left, right knee behind left ankle. Both feet flexed. Reach behind the right thigh and relax the head again. Gently pulling the right knee towards you and pressing the left knee away from you. And now take an inhale and lift the head. Take it towards the left ankle. And then release everything back down. Let your right foot find the floor and let your left leg extend. Take it hold behind the left thigh, drawing it in a little bit closer towards you. Feel it stretch into the back of the thigh. And take an inhale, lift the head towards that knee. And then release it all the way back down. Take your left hand, take hold of the blade edge of your left foot, and then let that out to the side. Just draw it open, see where it gets to, and then see that extending the right leg away. Just enjoy that stretch for a moment. And lift that leg up, swap hands, right hand takes the blade edge, and it draws that foot across the body, so just wherever it gets to. Yeah, this feels nice. It was nice to me. It's quite strong, but still nice. So just enjoy that for a moment. And then coming back up. And then just letting the leg float back down, taking another long stretch here. Make yourself as long as you can. And then bring both knees in. Hold behind the knees. And start to rock yourself up. And take a few rocks. One more. And then sitting up. Find your cross-legged position or other seated position. Take the arms up overhead. Just do a couple little side bends for our spine here. So take your left arm down, right arm comes overhead. Stretch, move inside the body. Roll the shoulder back. Look at the ceiling. And then change the gaze. Look at the floor. Look back at the ceiling. And then inhale up and exhale over. Looking at the ceiling and at the floor. And then back to the ceiling. Reaching over. Coming up. Straight up, and then now let's take a forward fold. Release everything over. This is a great time to put a blanket under your ankles. And just let yourself hang here for a moment. Release the arms, no tension in the arms. Release the head. You can let that just go a little bit more. And just see if you can get that a bit more length into the spine, with the spine time to stretch out a little bit. Now let's just walk our hands over to our left knee and let the head just hang over that left knee. And then going around to the other side and letting the head fall over the right knee. Go back to centre. Take another little centre fold here. Just check in with the shoulders. They relax or you kind of tense them unconsciously. Get into your jaw. Maybe you'll open it wide a couple of times. See any tension in your jaw. And then just push yourself up, but push it into the hands and then walking them back. Bringing your hands behind your buttocks. Fingers pointing and open the chest. We'll really press the chest up, just press the heart up to the sky. And then come back to centre. And come over, find your tabletop. And go straight into your cat-cows. So you guys know these. So let the tailbone lift on the inhale, let that movement travel up the spine until you're looking upwards. And there's a hollow in the top, right in your between your shoulder blades. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, suck the belly up. Send the shoulders to the ceiling and look under the body. And now the top of the shoulders is rounded, pushing to the ceiling. A couple more in your own time. Just really feeling every movement. So as you hit inhale, we're lifting the tailbone. We're feeling that move down the spine. We'll come into the chest, the shoulders contract. And then the head lifts. And uncurl it. So exhale, push everything away. Trying to get into every vertebrae. Let's do a couple more. Okay, now after your next cat, which is when your shoulders are pushed to the ceiling, come back to neutral. We're just going to take our spine the other way. So just take a little look to your left. Just look at your left toes. So that little twist bend in the spine there. And then come back to centre and go the other way. Look at your right toes. And then come back. We're just going to do that with a little bit more, do it again, but a bit more extended. So send the right leg away. Push it down the mat, and then draw a semicircle and come over to the left side, and then look at your right toes on the left. And bring it all back. So draw that semicircle back, bring that leg in, push the left leg away, and draw that semicircle with those toes. Bring them over to the left, and then looking at your right toes, left toes from the right. Very confused. And then bringing it back down. There's still a little thread the needle, but more for the spine here and the shoulders. So we're going to hover it 3 times though. So we're going to lift the right arm up, reach to the ceiling, and then come under, but we're not going to land it just yet. We're going to hover it about a centimetre off the ground, shoulder and arm, and then come back up on the inhale. And exhale, take it under, hover it. One more. Inhale, we'll open up the chest, and exhale, this one we're going to land it. Land the shoulder and the arm, and with the left hand you can be pressing into the floor, or you might want to take it up, turn it in the shoulder joint socket, and then come and wrap it around. Breathe here a moment. You wrap, bring that arm up, turn it back on the socket, and bring it back down. Press into your left hand to lift you back up, and then let the left arm lift up to the ceiling, fingers reach for the sky, and exhale, bring it under and hover. And bring it back, inhale, take it up, and exhale, hover it. One more time, inhale, come up, and exhale, hover it. Oh no, sorry, land it. And again, so you can either leave the hand pushing into the floor, I find gives quite a nice little extra twist with the shoulders, or you can walk it forward, or you can take the arm up, turn it in the socket so the palm is facing away, and then wrap. Breathing. And let's take it back. So unwrap if that's what you're doing, and then push back up. Lovely. Let's tuck our toes under. Really suck the abdominals in. Engage the core. Lift up into our downward facing dog and walk our dog. Take your dog for a walk, as they say. So press one heel, then the other heel down, bending both knees alternately. We're putting a lot of bend into those knees. You might want to bring the shoulders in as well. Then alternate. And then just hold your still dog and let your head just hang so that you're looking under the body, towards the knees or the navel. Tilt the tailbone up a little bit higher. Feel as you do that, feel the stretch. Just going to run down the back of the legs. Okay, I'm going to take a micro child's pose. Bring the knees to the width of the mat. Have your big toes touching behind you. Sit back onto your heels. Hips to heels, forehead to mat. Inhale and exhale. Let your forehead just go side to side, slowly over the mat. Give yourself a forehead massage. And then come back to centre. Lifting back up, finding yourself in your downward dog. And then walking to the top of the mat, fairly slowly and deliberately, until you're hanging in your forward fold and your ragdoll. So take hold of those elbows and let the head go. Big sigh here, so you can really release your upper body. Your upper body is trying to just have no effort here whatsoever, just trying to have like a heavy weight. Gravity is pulling over, so this is even more length in the spine, even more focused space between the vertebrae. And the crown of the head draw towards the ground. Close your eyes. Sway a little bit. See if with every exhale, there'll be a bit more release in the upper body. Okay, let's just drop your arms now. Just let go of your elbows. Palms are facing the ceiling. And then engage the core and slowly roll yourself up. And up to standing very slowly. And then letting the arms come up in a big circle. Arms like each other. Looking at your thumbs. And then take a micro back there. Hold your micro back there. And then exhale and come all the way back down. And find your halfway lift, so bring the hands to the shins. Press them away. Hold your halfway lift for a breath. Reach for the crown of the head forward. And then exhale. Back to your forward fold. Hands find the mat. You try to get your hands outside the feet, on the outside of the feet. And then take your right foot, step it back in your long lunge. Hold your lunge a moment. Come up on the fingertips. Finding your runner's lunge. And then just let that knee, that right knee, sink to the ground. Climb up onto the left knee. And let the hips release. You can just take a little bit more release there. We're going to take a little twist here as well. So take the arms up and then open. So if it's your left knee that's forward, it's your right arm that comes forward. And then take it back up. Sink back into your hamstring stretch. Pull that heel, it's like you're dragging that heel, that left heel towards you. And then take hold of the outside of that left foot. Take an inhale to open the heart. And then exhale, roll yourself over that straight leg. So you're dragging the heel towards you. And release it. Releasing the foot back to the mat. Coming back into your lunge, we're just going to take an open twist here. So the weight comes into your right hand and the left hand lifts up for the ceiling, the sky. And again, we can take a little wrap here. So angling the chest even more to the ceiling, turning the arm in the shoulder socket, let it come behind you. It's like you're trying to angle your chest upwards. And then release it. Come back and plant the hand back outside the left foot. Take the left foot back into your plank. Hold your plank low, push the floor away. And then release the knees. Bring the arms in so that the upper arms are hugging the ribs as you come down. And then release the chest and chin to the ground. And now take an inhale. Sweep the pelvis down, sweep the chest up, uncurl the feet, and find your baby cobra. Pressing the top of the feet a little bit into the mat. And then release all the way down. Inhale back onto the knees and come back into your down facing dog. Hold your dog a moment. And then let the right leg float up and open that right hip. And then extend it all the way back up. Bring that knee underneath you. See if you can kind of touch it towards your nose, your face, just a bit closer to your face. And then look to where you're going to plant that foot in a moment. And then plant it. Top of the mat between the hands. Let the left knee release. Come up. Take a little cactus arm and open the chest to the ceiling. And then take it back up. And plant the hands, lift the left knee, and step forward. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, so close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. And then take another inhale, take the arms up. And exhale. Forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. So hands maybe pressing the shins away, or you might have fingertip contact on the ground. Just one little thing to notice here. This is here. So forward bends when you're standing are easier than forward bends when you're sitting because you kind of push your bottom back. So I'll exaggerate. So I could see I've pushed my bottom right back, which I can't do if I'm sitting down. So what I'm trying to do is keep it a bit straighter and come down. So hopefully you can see the difference. Just see if you can, if you're in your halfway lift and you find that you've pushed your bottom back, see if you can bring it forward again. Just a little. Okay, exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Let's step the left foot back into a long lunge and then hold our runner's lunge for a moment. And then release our left knee and climb up onto our right knee and release and hip flexor, left hip flexor. We'll take the arms up and take our twist again. So left arm forward, right arm back. And then back up and hamstring stretch. So release yourself down, lift those toes towards you, and again feel like you're dragging that foot. Okay. Taking hold of the outside, inhale, and exhale. And coming back up, and releasing that foot. Lifting the left knee, left hand inside the right foot, right hand reaches to the sky, open twist. And sit back down. Step your right foot back into your plank. Now, I'm going to do the knee, chest, chin option, but if anyone's feeling like they really want to go for it, then take the chaturanga. Otherwise, down, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And push up a little bit higher into a slightly deeper cobra. Still probably got some softness in the elbows. Try to keep the buttocks also unclenched. Now push back onto the knees and up to your down facing dog. Let the left leg raise up and then open that left hip. And then bring it back, extend the leg back up and bring that left knee under the body, arch the back, see if you can bring the knee closer to the face. And then look to where it's about to land. Land it. Right leg follows and exhale. Forward fold. And take it a little bit deeper. Take hold of the ankles. Run the forearms down the back of the calves and draw yourself forward. Breathing here, finding your maximum forward fold. And then releasing it. Letting the hips come down, lifting up into your chair. Lovely. Now just kind of toe heeling the feet in together so that maybe the big toes are touching, the heels don't have to quite touch. Bring the arms hands to prayer. And now just try to move move the torso, so move the upper body. Twist yourself around towards that right knee and take your left elbow on the other side of that right knee. If the knees start to come together, just correct them and take that little prayer twist. Pressing into the hands and then releasing. Coming back to center, releasing the arms up, finding your full chair again, resetting. Switching around. And bring your hands back to prayer. Move the torso, take your right elbow outside the left knee. Find your twisted here. Yeah, moving the torso towards the ceiling. And then release it. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, go all the way back up. Back up to standing. Let's just face you guys. You don't probably need to move. We're going to just take the right leg and take it behind the left foot. So now the right foot is on the left. Bring the hands together and bring yourself over to the left. And the left leg will get a little bend in it. Hopefully that's making sense for you, but we're trying to get into this hip here. Right. Okay, coming back up. Change your sides. Bring the right foot back where it was, taking the left behind the right, and putting a little bend into the right leg as you over to the right. The fingers point to the right. And coming back up. Releasing that. Let's take a little pyramid roll here. So, just stepping one foot a little bit forward, bringing the arms down. Options here are to hold the elbows, to extend the hands away, or to take a reverse prayer. Looking straight, hips straight, take an inhale, look up, and then exhale, fold forward. You might want to stop about halfway and just check everything, recenter it, re-square the hips, and then continue down. And get the leg into the upper body. And it's a bit wobbly as well, this one, because the legs are quite in the same, almost in the same line. If you're too wobbly, bring them apart a little bit, more space. Okay, come out of this. Pressing into the top foot and lifting yourself back up. And then stepping that foot back to where it was. Change the arms if you want a different arm. Hold, and then step your other foot forward. Reset. Take an inhale, look up, and exhale. Come on down. Maybe again, pausing halfway, resetting the hips, and then continuing. See where you get to. Slowly and deeply breathing. And then coming out of that, pushing into the top foot to lift yourself back to standing. And then stepping back. Releasing the arms and giving yourself any kind of wrist or ankle roll. You'll find Emalasana. Sitting down into your spot. Okay. Now, so this is one where you can sit on a bolster or a block if you like. Have it under the hips. See where you are today. Pyjama. I know this is kind of quite uncomfortable. Just see where you are today. And some days will feel worse than others. I'm hoping we've opened the hips enough for it not to feel too hideous just at the moment. And option here is your crow pose. If you don't want to do crow pose, stay here and maybe alternate opening up, or just sit back into the butterfly. Sit back into your butterfly. Otherwise, finding your crow, hands shoulder width apart, middle finger pointing forward, bringing the knees up into the upper arms, and just seeing where you are today in your crow. Got more breaths here. And now let's land our crow. Come back to our malasana. Interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing forward. Shoot them down. And we're going to come all the way back to standing with the arms overhead. So take an inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release the hands, bring the feet wider. Hinge and toe the feet. Hands to waist. Inhale, look up, and exhale, come on down. And keep on going. When you bend as much as you're going to bend, bring the hands to the floor. Take another deep inhale, find more length in the torso, and then release yourself a little bit further through. Finding your place today. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And now we're going to walk the hands over to the right, take hold of the right and gently pull ourselves towards that right leg. Release it, come over to the other side. Take hold of the left ankle, and gently pull ourselves over there. Come back to centre. And again, release yourself at centre. Might be a little bit more you can take now. Try to get our head on the floor between our feet. Does not have to be today. Okay, let's come up to a halfway lift. So hands are under your face. Bring the left hand directly under your face and let your right arm twist up. Try to keep that glass of water on your sacrum from spilling. The twist is in the middle and upper body. And then bring it back down. Take the right hand directly under your face and re-square. Put that another glass of water on your sacrum and bring it all the way up again. And release it. So heel the feet back in. One more little malasana, sitting back down, yogi squat. And then just release yourself. Oh, bloody hell, is it time? Sorry guys, I am way over time. Goodness me. Lightning. Okay, fine. We're going to have to finish. Goodness me. Okay. Sorry, really lost track of time. That's thrown me. All right, let's do a 10-second, if everyone's got time to stay. A very, very little inversion. So bring the legs up to 90 degrees. So we're going to get into our Shavasana. All right, slowly, just lower to the count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it 1 for a second or two, and then release it. Bring arms out, feet to the width of the mat. And relax. So, you work really well. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And this is your reward. So give yourself this minute or so of complete stillness and relaxation. Let yourself release. Let yourself soften, surrender, melt, let go. I'd like you to imagine that starting with your toes, you're being filled with kind of bubbles, an energy of bubbles, and it's relaxation. And these bubbles are just starting in your toes, your feet, and now moving up your ankles. Almost like you're being filled with a sparkling water. Come up your body, your stomach, chest, shoulders, head, arms. It's completely still for the next 30 seconds, so not more breathing. Making small movements with your fingers and toes. Bringing the legs together, arms stretch overhead. And then just bringing one knee in, and then another knee, and rolling over onto your right hand side, or your left hand side as you like. And pushing up from there to seated. Just take a moment and receive meditation. And then we'll close our practice of rubbing the palms together. Placing the warm palms over our eyes, and then opening our eyes behind the palms. Breathing out.